7-yard line. That's a great call, too. Play fake. Farmer will put it up, throws over the middle. Pull, touchdown. Quick flag.
3rd down and 5. Levis swings it to Scadaboo. Scadaboo breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Another touchdown. Scadaboo is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure. Revenge on this team this year. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Welcome to 2025. Today. This one the other way. It's still going back. Got the drag. Locks up and down.
Edwards pulls off and buries it. Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her 3 right on the money.
Takes his shot for Darby. Flag out. Doesn't matter. Touchdown.
What is up, my Pitchfork Lunch peeps? Welcome into Mike, what day is it? Hump Day. Woo, woo. Yep, that's for Mama, as you guys know, every Wednesday. Yes, still one of her favorite commercials with my name in it because, well, let's just be honest. She's got to be She, loves to be entertained and, all that wonderful stuff. So yes. Yes, Mama is, loving that commercial. But yes, it is Wednesday. It is game day at Desert Financial Arena. As you know this, we had, again, just absolute forks up to JJ Van Neal, Coach Van Neal. Love when I see him out and about at other sporting events. Obviously, love seeing him coach the volleyball team. And what this volleyball team program has been able to do since he took over, like I said, 75 and 12 overall. Yeah, that's madness. Fastest to 50 wins. Again, he doesn't want to talk about all that, but the proof is in the pudding. Like you said, a phenomenal staff that he has put together as well too. That coach has put together as well. So yes, it is so exciting again. But I digress. We'll get to that. Numbers 13 TCU is in the house. Get out here and again support to see her. I mean, I told you, Willie Bloomquist was talking about it. So, yes, that is at 6 p.m. tonight, Desert Financial Arena. We will have again number 13 TCU in the house. But I am Michael Caratino at Diablo00 on X, as you can see, the artist formerly known as the Twitter. You can check out the show live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. You can also, as you guys know, go to the wonderful, entertaining world of IG. And check the show out there. It is at michael.caratinudo.5. Again, check it out there. Yes, you can check it out there. Yeah, absolutely stoked again, and you'll be able to watch. So not a bad gig there. Nonetheless, also go to YouTube, guys. Watch live on YouTube, but guys, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like I've talked about, I remind you of, I'm passionate about. You have missed a plethora of phenomenal con reviews, whether it be with coaches, players, voices, insiders, alum, an athletic director that again has been absolutely awesome and is just very gracious with his again non-existent time. So yeah, you can as you look at it, it's one of those things where for volleyball or for YouTube, if you haven't seen the con reviews, and I say volleyball because we had Coach Van Neal, he was the last one on yesterday. Again, still always a big supporter of, well, obviously Sun Devil volleyball, but Coach Van Neal, as he was able to took some time to come on the show after practice yesterday to get ready. But yeah, he talked about his staff, and yeah, when we'll get him on again. Don't worry, we'll get him on again, and we'll talk obviously more of this team, and we'll get more of the team on as well too. So that in and of itself, my friends, absolutely awesome. But yeah, if you watch live on YouTube, which is great, phenomenal, do it. Yes, go do it. And then you can go, but for whatever you've missed, go and subscribe to the channel, like I always say, because guess what? If you subscribe to the channel, you can go back and binge watch season 1, binge watch season 2, and be all caught up. That's the awesome part. And as long as you are all caught up, as long as you are all caught up, you binge watch season 1, keep watching season 3, binge watch season 2, and then you'll, be all caught up in season 3 when we have conversations. Again, we have more coaches on, more players on. Got to do, again, soccer has a territorial cup matchup tomorrow with that team down south. So again, we'll be talking about that. They need this win, and TCU to just take care of Houston like they should. So when you, again, think of territorial cup battles, yes, soccer tomorrow, but that's why you subscribe to YouTube. So go to YouTube. You know how to get there. You see my name. It's but the page is at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, guys, and subscribe, because you need to like I said, you want to get all caught up. I'm taking you in and around Sun Devil Nation. Again, we started this season 3 off with, again, phenomenal first day interview with assistant athletic director, long time, just again, awarded, well-deserved and awarded SID, Doug Tamaro, who's been here for a minute. Again, love catching up with him. But again, that's how we started this season, man. I'm bringing it all to you. I'm telling you, bringing it all to you. And it's just one of those things where when you think about it, like there's a lot of knowledge that you have missed and entertainment in Sun Devil Nation. But anyway, I'll quit carrying on. But again, go to YouTube, watch live, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Again, forks up to the new subscribers, much appreciated. You can go to YouTube, but it's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe away. So yes, today is the big volleyball day for again, volleyball, number 13 TCU is here. And again, talking to Coach Van Neal about that yesterday, obviously a very good team. You guys know this. TCU is a very good team. Coach Van Neal talked about this, as you guys know. So yeah, it's going to be one hell of a matchup, is what I can say to you, because the Devils, who are 17-2, as you know, I told you that. Yeah, number 13 TCU tonight, 6 p.m. Desert Financial Arena. 17-2 overall. Only losses this season are to, at the time, the number 3 team in the country. I said number 9. Maybe Pitt was number 9 then. I think Pitt's right above them now, 5. I'll get to the rankings in a second. Apologies. But, I mean, they lost to Pitt. Beat the defending national champs in Penn State. So, sorry we are. Sorry, not sorry, because that was just awesome. After they beat they went to Northern Iowa, and then they had that little road trip, and then came home September 5th for Florida Gulf Coast, won that in 4, beat LMU in 3, and then went to Texas State, the Texas State Invitational, took out Texas State in 5, and then Incarnate Word in 3, and then 2 days later went to Texas and went to Austin to take on number 2 Texas. And they did lose in 3. Again, a little banged up, but nonetheless, Coach Van Neal talked about, hey, players got to step up. So, that in and of itself, but inevitably, hey, Texas tipped the cap. They beat them. Coach talked about it, so they know what they need to work on. But this team, man, just coming into form. So then after Texas, they go on a nice. They've gone on a nice win streak. They have won, I want to say, 11 now in a row. Yep, 11 in a row. And after Texas, they came home and they for the Sun Devil Classic, in which they did take the title. They beat Pepperdine in 3. They beat crosstown rivals GCU in 3. Again, tight sets, very tight sets, but and then beat Milwaukee in 3. Then opened up Big 12 play at number 18 Kansas. Yeah, I went to 5. Who got that? Forks up, you know it. And then they took out Kansas State in 3, Utah in 3. At home. And then number 16 Baylor came here, took them out at home, and then Colorado they beat in 4. Did the Devils as they took out Colorado, and then turned around and beat number 19 BYU in Provo in 5. And then turned around, went to Utah, went to Salt Lake, about 30, 40 minutes away from Provo, or 30, 40 miles, I should say. But they went to Salt Lake, and then they took out Utah in 4, and then went down south. No pity for the kitty. # our state, Devils in 4. And that leads us tonight, my friends, to TCU, who, they are at gofrogs.com. I love their when I looked it up last year for like hoops and stuff like that, like you just gotta love again, cool. Nothing is cool. Sun Devils, Pitchfork Lunchers. Believe me, I'm not saying that. But that being said, the Horned Frogs are here. But yeah, I mean, you look at this TCU team. This volleyball team is 16-5, guys. Overall, 16-5, 6-3 in conference play. They have lost 2 in a row. We'll get to that in a second. But they're 10-1 at home. So yeah, they, like the Devils, they know how to protect and dominate the home court. Although the Devils did win on their home court last season. Remember, before they went to Baylor, they were in Dallas taking on TCU, and then they went and took on Baylor and the Bears and the Crickets. And Pitt. But yeah, common opponents. I mean, you look at TCU, they took on they lost to number 3 Pitt in 4. And then they also beat Penn State, because they were there for that tournament too. Sorry, in Pittsburgh. So yes, TCU was the other team, but the Devils obviously with the Big 12 team not playing them, which again we're all for. And Pitt and Penn State not playing early, so yeah, it works out well. But yeah, they lost 3-1 to Pitt. They beat Penn State in 5, and then they rolled in. Well, it looks like for some reason they played UCLA twice. Oh, yeah, they played them Friday. So they beat UCLA twice, who's number 19 at the time. They beat them in 3 and then beat them in 4. Then they took on number 8 Texas A&M, and they won that in 5. So this team, and then they beat Wyoming in 3 in the Fight in the Fort. Their preseason, well, not preseason, but pre-non-conference or pre-conference tournament. Pre-conference play tournament. Sorry, say that 20 times fast, right? So yeah, they took out Wyoming in 3 and Rhode Island in 3, and number 23 Missouri they took out in 4. Their first loss. Their first loss was the Devils' second loss, and that was to Texas, who swept TCU in 3. On Mama's birthday, September 17th. So yeah, they started out. 8-0, and I mean, again, for a team that's 16-5, so they've been 8-5 since then. But yeah, Texas they lost 2 and 3. They turn around and beat Cornell in 3. And then they played Texas A&M Corpus Christi. And this is in the Rice Invitational, by the way. They took out Texas A&M Corpus Christi in 4, and then they beat Rice in 4 as well. Then they started, obviously, Big 12 play, and they swept Houston 3-0. They did lose to Baylor in 5, little loss there. Then they turn around and, again, beat Kansas, but that was in Fort Worth in 4. Not that they wouldn't have won in Kansas. I'm saying at home. And then they went to Lubbock and took on Texas Tech, swept them in 3. They went to Orlando and took out UCF in 4. Then back home to taking on Cincinnati, who they beat in 4. They beat K-State at home in 4. Then they went to Kansas. Well, again, second time around now. And the number 14 Jayhawks swept them in 3. So, again, BYU, they did lose 2 and 4. Just the other, that's their 2-game losing streak. So they lost to Kansas and BYU at home. And the thing with that is, think about it. We beat BYU. The Devils beat BYU in 5, and BYU beat TCU in 4. So 2-game losing streaks are coming here, as they will be taking on the Devils again at 6 p.m. here in Arizona, and it'll be on ESPNU. If you can't get out to Desert Financial, but guys, come on, man, you're leaving work, just come over here. There is room for you. Again, they have huge crowds anywhere. They're averaging over, I think Coach Van Neal said, over 4,000, which, I mean, very good. I mean, it's not like, obviously, Nebraska filling the football stadium last year, but hey, baby steps, getting up to it. And not even so much really baby steps, but big steps since Coach Van Neal's been here. It's just awesome. So, TCU will, again, be here tonight at 6. And then they will actually head down to Tucson to take on that team down south on Friday, on Halloween. So we'll see if it's a trick or a treat for them there. But tonight, we don't want it. We want it to be a treat for the Devils, right? But TCU, looking at, I think they actually, hold on. I think they do have 2 players from Arizona, if I recall, because I know I looked at their roster. Let's see. Yes, Evan Hendricks from Notre Dame Prep is 5'9" outside hitter. But yes, Notre Dame Prep here in Scottsdale. I know there's a bunch of Notre Dame Preps, but I said local kids. So I know you got it, Pitchfork Lunchers. You get it. People from the school down south that don't admit they watch the show that I know do, because they want to be kept up with, the premier program in the state. But so Evan Hendricks, who's a sophomore, she went to Notre Dame Prep. And then I want to say there was one, maybe not, Texas, California, Texas, Wisconsin, Austin, Texas. Yep. So it is just Evan Hendricks. So again, who played her high school ball at Notre Dame Prep and club ball here in. Wait, I wonder what club. I could probably find out very quickly for you, Pitchfork Lunchers, because I'm guessing she played club. Played 4 years. She played all 4 years of varsity. She was ranked the number 1 player in Arizona by Max Preps and Stadium Talk. She obviously that's why she's at TCU. Well, she garnered West Region Player of the Year and was the 5A Conference Player of the Year after totaling 509 kills as a senior. Yeah, talk about a tired arm and receiving work. Posted 626 kills during her sophomore season. Okay. Oh, with AZ Revolution. So, yep, that's what she played her club ball for. So, Notre Dame Prep and AZ Revolution. club-wise. But, guys, you want to talk about here we go. Hendricks leading the team. That's why I mentioned her leading the team. And they have a lot of kills, but they will feed her. And again, she can put the ball away. She will find alley. She will find lane. She will use your block off you. So yes, being disciplined, being sound. I know overstates the obvious, my pitchfork lunch peeps, but 322 kills this season and 76 sets played for Hendricks. That's 4.2 a set, 4.24 a set. But yeah, so 322, and then Becca Kelly has 247 kills for the Horned Frogs, and then Lauren Murphy at 132, and Sarah Sylvester at 117, and flirting with 100. Might get it tonight. See if we can stop her from getting it. But Alexis Robertson has 98. Samara Coleman has 90 this season. So, I mean, again, a team that's got 1,079 kills to their opponents' 993. Now, the Devils, we'll get to them in a second, was saying they've held their opponents only have, I think, they have over 100 less kills than the Devils do. And, again, the block, everything fluid, the choreography, again, it is working. So, yes, and then when we look at aces, well, Lauren Murphy, the aforementioned, who has 132 kills, she leads the team with 23 aces. Right behind her, Rosemary Archer has 17. And you want to talk about a race for, second place, although Murphy's given herself a little bit of room. Samara Coleman has 16, and then Ella Fody has 15. Alice Volpe has 12, and then you have Evan Hendricks. Oh, not only does she lead the team in kills, but she can, chip in with 11 aces. It's a team. As a team, they have 106. So again, that's 3 sets plus 1 match. It's the same as the Devils. 3 sets plus 1 match, or 1 set. A match plus 1 set of points won on your service ace. Again, that's why you are ranked high. That is. To me, that is a key, you can say it's not crazy analytics, but a key nerd stat, if you want to say, as to why. So that being said, but 106 aces on the season, 83 for their opponents. And then dig-wise, let's see, digs. Wow. So Alice Volpe, their libero, she has 306 on the season. But then Evan Hendricks, am I a 6 rotation player? You don't become the number 1 player in the state of Arizona, especially at the high school level, club level, but high school level without being able to be a 6 rotation player. Now she has second on the team with 222. So she's pretty much got a dig per kill. That's hustle. Any coach will tell you that, but that's, 223 kills, 222 digs. That you got to love. And then Ella Fody has 186, Rosemary Archer 116, and Samara Coleman has 103. So, yeah, a team that's got 1,203 digs, again, keeping that ball off the court, extending plays. And in volleyball, again, the longer a point goes, yes, you're getting a team out of system. Both teams, getting a team out of system. And, you find you might be able to find open spots on the court. But again, with being out of system, you're getting it over. But again, a lot of digs. But yeah, that is insane. 1,203 digs to their opponents, 1,164. But yeah, at this level, again, if you're not playing defense, or if you can't dig the ball and direct it to, your setter, but again, your teammate in general towards going over the net, yes, it's going to be a long set, a long match, a long season for you, to overstate the obvious. So, but and then yeah, when you think of blocks, Sarah Sylvester 103, Lauren Murphy 58, Alexis Robertson 54, Becca Kelly 43, and Evan Hendricks at 34. So again, the sophomore again dominated in high school here at Notre Dame Prep, and just doing it again. They have 100 and well, it's funny because they have one more block than their opponents do. They have 184 to their opponents 183. So, but yeah, I mean, that's just. Yeah, I mean, Evan Hendricks, like I said, 322 kills. Lauren Murphy, 23 aces. Sarah Sylvester, 103 blocks, like I said. 306 digs for Alice Volpe. Again, Hendricks with 222. Oh, sorry. She's got 100 less. Well, I thought it was one. But again, that's still an insane amount. So 322 kills. And 222 digs. So yeah, but still, keeping it going. And like I said, with I mean, even assists, she's got 19, even though that's not obviously what they want her to, or what her job is as a setter. But yeah, 423, like I said, for Ella Foti, and 412 for Rosemary Archer. So yeah, playing with the two setters there, like you might know you might know a team that does it as well. So anyway, hey, we're gonna take a quick break. When we get back, we're gonna talk a little football, a little soccer, and go from there, because yes, soccer territorial club matchup down in Tucson as they take on that team down south. So yeah, so we'll take a quick break, get back, get some more of your Wednesday nourishment here during lunch, and we will have more Pitchfork Lunch coming right up. All right, we are back here on Pitchfork Lunch. I am Michael Carasino at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter, as you might know. Um, um, so yeah, check out the show live there every Monday, Friday, 12 to 1. My IG, Michael.Carasino.5. The YouTube channel, guys, watch live on YouTube, but subscribe. It's at Emerson Michael V's and Victory Season Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube. And like I said, subscribe away because you got a lot to catch up on if you've missed any of the first 2 seasons of Pitchfork Lunch, as we are in season Trey, as you know. So, but yeah, if you, I mean, football getting set to go to Iowa State and take on um, um, like getting ready to go to Iowa State, who just lost a game at home as well. And like Coach Dillingham has talked about at nauseum, to remind people that, again, not to look for an excuse, but yeah, like they were the number one, ASU is the number 1 team at home win percentage, and Iowa State was number 2. And they both lost last week at home. So looking to rebound from that. Is Iowa State, plus, revenge for just dominating them. But yeah, I mean, they want to. So, um, but yeah, going to Ames again, going to be tough, going to be loud. Going to be absolutely rocking. And So, and yeah, when we look at, well, we'll get into, more of the numbers on Friday comparisons and stuff like that. But I mean, when you look at the Big 12 standings in football, when we look at the standings, so BYU and Cincinnati both 5-0 in conference play, both undefeated. BYU's 8-0, Cincinnati's 7-1. Texas Tech is 4-1, as is Houston, Utah, and ASU, and K-State and TCU are all 3-2. Utah beat ASU, ASU beat TCU, ASU and K-State don't play this year. So, and then you have Iowa State, which is 2-3 in conference play. Baylor's 2-3, as is Kansas. And then that team Town South is 1-3, along with UCF. And then the Buffaloes are struggling at 1-4. They're 3-5 overall. And then West Virginia's 0-5, as is, well, no surprise, Oklahoma State. Again, they fired Mike Gundy. It was just ugly for them. And yeah, they have not won a conference game. They are 1-7 overall. And then West Virginia, who hasn't won a conference game, ASUC's after their bye. They are 0-5 and 2-6 overall as well. But the Devils 3-2, 5-3 overall. Again, you went out. You have Iowa State up first, and then you have West Virginia, very doable. Arizona, which gets me thinking a little bit. But the Devils are 3-2 and then 5-3. And I mean, think about it. If they were to beat Iowa State, and then they have to play, was it West Virginia? They have a bye. So they have Iowa State, a bye, and then a TBD time. They have Iowa State, West Virginia, Colorado, and Arizona. Those are all winnable. I mean, you can finish 9-3. Yes, Sam Levitt is not playing. Jeff Sims is, but a week of knowing it, not just on a bye week. He got snaps in the game last week. Obviously led a field goal drive and a touchdown drive, did Jeff Sims. So we'll see what we can do. And friend of the program, we had him on a little bit after he committed to ASU. Cam Dyer is the number. So again, we don't want any more injuries. I'm just saying Cam Dyer taking the second team snaps for you Devils fans out there. Again, little knowledge, but again, back-to-back Gatorade Player of the Year in New Mexico. Won a state championship as a junior, was runners-up as a senior. But yeah, played quarterback, receiver, and initially he was recruited as a receiver, and they switched him back to quarterback. And as you know, we talked about it in the spring, had to have ACL surgery before he even got here. But yeah, so he just got cleared. He's been doing rehab stuff and just, again, throwing every day after practice. So love to see the freshman coming in working hard. So yeah, only with 4 games left. And again, if he had to play, he could play all 4 and still keep his red shirt. So that's a beautiful thing. But again, we want Sims to just crush it and do very, very well, to say the least. Yeah. So that's what they have left at Iowa State this Saturday in Ames. It's on TNT, and you can also check it out if you have HBO Max, because they have a partnership with TNT. So that's how you can check it out. And yeah, it's at 10 a.m. our time. Oof. I thought it was noon our time. I'm not that good. But I mean, look, Ames is going to be rocking again and get into, and then they are banged up too. So the injury report will be out, or the initial injury report will be out later today. We already know Sam Levitt's out. I already told you Jordan Tyson's day to day. So we'll see. Coach said he's going to defer to that. But yeah, I mean, you think of this one. But yeah, I mean, Sims, look, I mean, he is obviously safe here. And he talked about that yesterday. By the way, Jeff Sims talking about that, why he stayed, at ASU and, to be with Coach Dillingham and Coach Arroyo and the culture they built. And both Coach Arroyo and Coach Dillingham said, yeah, it's a trust. We've had great conversations with him. And, yes, he could have had opportunities to jump ship and go somewhere and, learn something and be the starter. But he wanted to be here with Coach Arroyo, Coach Dillingham, always throwing stuff off Sam. Sam's out, Sam's been out of practice. Like he's not, throwing stuff off these guys and, talking with Jeff. And I mean, yeah, last week, I mean, think about it. Last week he had the touchdown, the touchdown drive. But check this out, because he also hit somebody that, again, not that Sam Levitt wasn't looking for him. Again, you got to take a defense gives you. You get it to Jordan Tyson, the number one receiver, on the team. And like Coach Dillingham saying, you can say Coach is going to pound the table for the receivers, but Jordan Tyson, what he's been doing, talking to Hines Ward, the receivers coach. I mean, just the work ethic he's put in, how much Jordan Tyson has grown. And again, we'll get Coach. We got to get Coach. I know I got to get Hines Ward. He's the only coach on the staff that I've not had on. But we will work it out. Maybe during the bye week, I'll see if I can get him on the show. Get him on the show during the bye week. We'll see. We'll try and work it out. But yeah, this is what Jeff Sims did, and in the for those, you're watching the you have to understand on the player, but we got some covered on the replay video board. It's not good. It's not good. To the end zone. Again, just look at this. I'll show it to you again. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you see the student section that actually played. You can see it there. A lot of Penn State, some left, which. Yeah, I didn't get that rabbit hole. They're not worth my breath. But look at this. Look at the flash. That's nothing. It's there. Just realized that. But yeah, I mean, Malik McClain, man, Coach Hines, what we're saying after practice today, that it's one of those things where they've been waiting for Malik McClain to have a game, and it may have taken him a minute. But and again, they redshirted him last year, and yeah, he did play in the championship game because Jordan Tyson had went down in the Arizona game, knock on wood, unfortunately. And he played in the championship game, and then he played in the Peach Bowl, which again, had that touchdown catch on the play from Scattaboo. And again, it's so look, Malik McLean 7 for 159. Yeah, you'll take that. And Iowa State's like I do know from little research and then hearing coaches talk, they got some DBs and they lost their top 2 DBs earlier in the season, but they got some corners that are banged up. So, but hey, you got to make the plays. They're going to be fired up, and they're 2-3 in conference, but they're looking to get to 3-3 and send you to 3-3 as well. So then at that point, your chances of a Big 12 championship game appearance again, back-to-back appearances, might be a little slim. But you know what? Hey, we got to play the game, guys. We got to roll it out. Iowa State is a good team. We'll get more to it. So, but anyway, hey, that is going to do it for Wednesday, guys. Thank you so much for jumping on Pitchfork Lunch. And again, don't forget, 6 p.m. tonight, Desert Financial Arena. Come check out women's volleyball. Number 13, TCU is here. I told you it's a huge, huge matchup because when you think about it, I mean, the Devils are number 6 in the country, as they should be. I still feel they should be a little higher considering on the run they've been on, but it's okay. So yeah, the Devils are 6 and they're behind Nebraska, who's number 1, Texas number 2, Kentucky number 3, Pitt, who they again lost to number 4, Stanford they haven't even played, and they're behind them at number 5. Stanford's 18-3, so they have one more win but one more loss. And the Devils, are at 6 or 17-2, but then we get TCU, the next highest Big 12 team, at 16-5. So again, they were number 10. Again, the 2-game losing streak actually dropped them 3 spots because they were at number 10. This would have been a top 10 matchup tonight. And again, look, it's very close to it. But yeah, TCU at number 13. So trying to give them 3 in a row. And again, it's not easy to come here into Tempe and win. It's going to be crazy tonight. So get on out to DFA and check it out. My Pitchfork Luncher. So anyway, but yeah, have a phenomenal rest of your Mike. What day is it? Hump day. Woo woo. Yep, that's from Mama. The good old commercial. Used to have the camel in the office, and yes, she just because it has my name in it. It was so entertaining, but you gotta love it. But yes, have a phenomenal rest of your Wednesday. I will see you tomorrow. Again, we'll break the volleyball game down, have highlights, have sound, and also again talk the Territorial Cup matchup a little more in soccer, talk about that matchup as well. So, and let's bring you some soccer video, good stuff. So nonetheless, have a phenomenal rest of your Wednesday. I will see you tomorrow. And yes, like reigning Big 12 champs, women's volleyball always that reminded me last year, it is #OurState, team down south. You just found that out Saturday. You're going to find it out again tomorrow in a different sport. And you guys know it, as always, go Devils. But as always, I will see you tomorrow, and Forks up.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
27-yard line. That's a great call. Wayne Baker, Farmer will put it up, throws over the middle. Pull, touchdown. Quick flag.
3rd down and 5. Levitt switches to Scattaboo. Scattaboo breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Scattaboo is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure. Revenge on this defense here. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon comes in. Welcome to 2025.
Edwards pulls off and buries it. Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her 3 right on the money. Takes his shot for
doesn't matter.